Hello and welcome to my Sky Vision FX, where we do analysis of the forex market. So do like and subscribe, and please do send in your comments. If there are areas you would like us to touch on, please let me know and we'll do that. But if you have questions as well, please do send them in the comment section. So remember, we started a new challenge at the beginning of this week, and the challenge is going pretty well. We're trading only on the 4-hour time frames, and we're looking at the fractals as a fractal system as the way to trigger our entry. So let's go to the charts. Okay, so this is the pound Aussie. We had so on Monday, the last fractal was up here. Just to help us remember, to recall the setup, what we said is that once we see a fractal, if it is a fractal at the top, we'll be taking a sell. That we'll be taking a trade in the opposite direction. If it's a fractal at the bottom, we'll take a trade in the opposite direction. That will be a buy. Okay, so that's the simple setup. Very simple, very straightforward. Okay, so on Monday, we had this fractal here, so we were looking for sells. However, I did not trade on Monday and part of Tuesday, beginning of Tuesday as well. So I missed this trade, which will have probably been at maybe a loss, and then this other trade will have been a good trade at a very good profit. Okay, so we missed this one, this sell here, and then we also missed this other trade here. But it's more relaxing because you can see, trading on the 4 hours, you don't have to trade every 15 minutes looking at the chart. So in a day, you just look at the charts 6 times in a day, as opposed to looking at it so frequently. Okay, so I did not trade, and then on this day, the signal was here, so this was where it started. I did not take any trade here during the Asia session, and I just missed that trade. So that was missed trade. I should have been there, but I did not take it. Then on Tuesday, later Tuesday, there was this signal, and we placed our sell. And then later that same Tuesday in the evening, close of near to the close of New York session, Asia session. So this signal came up right here when the Asia session was about starting. So it put me in a hedge trade, and I was also in some other trades on the euro, yen, and gold. And when I saw that it was in a big drawdown, I just closed all the trades. So perhaps I shouldn't have done that. Should have just allowed it to play out. But that's a lesson for me there, to just allow the trades to play out. Okay, because the advantage of this setup is when market moves, we do get we compensate for all those smaller losses. Okay, when market really moves. So that's where the advantages. And then the other thing as well is that once I get a trade, so I did say that my maximum risk will be like 3%. So what I did was to split it amongst those pairs, and then for each setup I hope to take 1.5. So then I don't put in 1.5 at a go. I take in 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Okay, that's what I do. 3 trades at 0.5 each. So that spreads the trade for me. Okay, so I closed this out at break even or thereabout. Then we got this other trade when this trade signal, when this on this candle here, I took that trade. But when this signal then came up, which was on this candle, I did not take it for some reason. I don't know what happened, but I did not take that trade, and that was the one that really moved. Okay, so I missed out that trade then. But the good thing now is that on this, so if you notice, so between 1, 2, 3, So once this candle started, there was a fractal here which got removed because this candle here actually just broke it, went below this level, so it broke that candle, as opposed to this level here. You see, when this one came up, it was on this candle. If this candle had come down here, it would have taken out this candle, this fractal. Okay, but this candle here spiked it here, but it was still valid. It's still valid. Okay, so what happened was on this setup here, we had the fractal here, so I placed the trade knowing that we're at a low and there was a possibility that price would go a bit lower. So I had my stop loss somewhere down there. Okay, and eventually we see that price did push up because I was expectant that it will push up. Okay, so that was good, and then we got some really good trade on this. So that's that on pound Aussie. Let's look at pound yen, euro yen. So euro yen as well, we had the last fractal on Monday when we started was right here, and the distance between this level and this level was just too much, so I just thought I'll wait for a new fractal. And when the new fractal came up on this pair here, on this level here, I did not take that trade for some reason. I missed it as well. Okay, and then of course when the next one as well came up, when this one came up, which will have been a very nice one, you see, I would have entered perhaps 1 or 2. I may have gotten the 2 entries, maybe the third one may not have entered. Okay, with my stop loss maybe somewhere there, but this was really a nice trade, but I missed out on that. Anyway, so that was Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday we got this signal here, and then it was a full stop loss. It stopped me out at a full stop loss, and then this second signal came up here. So we had this other signal, so this one was stopped out. We had the second signal, and then that came up here for some reason. Okay, so I had this entry, rather I had this entry, and I had only 2 entries on this. I did not take 3. I had 2 entries, but the second entry here was not triggered. So when I saw that at the close of this candle, when it did not trigger this second entry, I had another entry here. So I had only 2 entries here for 1%. That's 0.5, 0.5. That was 1%, and I've closed a good portion of it. I've closed this first one out fully, and then this second one I've just closed partials on it. Okay, so we can see that it's more relaxing. It's not as tedious as when we're trading just the 15 minutes time frames. Okay, but the lessons as well is that once your setup is there, take the trade. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It doesn't matter what the outcome is, but the important thing is that you take the trade and you leave it to run. When they say let your winners run and then cut your losses short. Okay, so on this on Monday we had this fractal here. It was quite high. I was expecting, this was my setup, I was expecting price to move, but it did not trigger me in at all. Then when we had this sell right here, I was skeptical that it may not actually go, so I did not take that trade at all for some reason. So Monday, Tuesday, I was not in the right frame of mind, and so that's another thing. You need to be in the right frame of mind to take your trades and be confident to just follow your setup. Just be confident to follow your setup. So we can see all these things playing out as I'm taking these trades and the ones I'm missing out on. So the one that actually, because you never know which trade will work out and which one will not work out. So we had another entry here. I did take this trade. It did not trigger me. The second entry did not trigger. So I took some profits. So remember when I closed the pound Aussie at break even, this pound Aussie trade, this first one here, when I closed everything at break even, That was what was happening. I was in a some drawdown, especially on euro yen. So I just closed everything out and then waited for this next candle here. You can see the fractal here. So this fractal here, I did not take this sell here as well. So that's another thing that I should have taken the trade. Or did I? Let me see. No, I did not take the trade because I actually had my, it did not trigger actually. So I had my entry right here and here, but that did not trigger at all. Okay, so because I closed everything out, so or I had this other trade here looking for, so I did not take this trade here because there was some news, but I did not adjust. For some reason, I just did not take that trade. I missed it completely. Okay, and the sells here, which was here as well, I also missed it. So you can see I missed quite a number of trades. But the good news was that the trade that I did take, it moved very well in my favor. So I did take this, I took this trade here when that fractal was here on pound Aussie, and that has moved in very well. That, in fact, that gave me the majority of the entry of the profit. So I'm up like 5% on the trade. So just follow your system. That's the essence of this lesson here. Just follow your system. If it stops you out, then that's fine. But what we're looking for is for those big moves. That's what we're looking for when it will actually move, and you actually be in good profits when you do that. All right. So do take good care of yourself and have a very good trading day.